I'm at Kansai International Airport in Osaka, and today I'm flying once again with Finnair's new business class. This time, it's a long-haul flight on the A350, heading to Helsinki. At Kansai International Airport, Finnair's check-in counter were located in Section G. There were dedicated counters for business class passengers and One World status members. The check-in process was quick and efficient. I waited less than 5 minutes in line. I also got the invitation to Sakura Lounge and a fast-track pass for security. And I was very glad to have the fast-track, because just look at the line. It was insanely long, stretching almost all the way back to the terminal entrance. Meanwhile, the fast-track lane was completely empty. The Japan Airlines Sakura Lounge is over in the south wing near Gate 30, which means you need to take a quick train ride to get there. The Sakura Lounge isn't just for Japan Airlines or One World passengers. It also serves as a contract lounge. Because of this, the lounge can get quite crowded, as it did during my visit. When you first walk in, you enter the largest room, which mainly offers seating spots, and the food area. It was quite crowded during my visit, so I didn't feel much of this area. The lounge also includes a small business center and a luggage storage lockers. Overall, the lounge is quite basic. It would be a decent space if in aware of the fact that it serves as a contract lounge for nearly all airlines departing from this part of the terminal, which means it often gets crowded. The food and drinks options are decent, but the lounge lacks some amenities, and it definitely feels like it could use a refresh. From what I understand, a renovation is underway. My flight was departing from Gate 32, which was conveniently close to the lounge, just a few minutes walk away. Boarding was delayed about 20 minutes, but aside from that, the process went smoothly. Once on board, I was warmly welcomed by the friendly crew and quickly shown to my seat 7 Lima. As I stepped into the cabin, my first impression was how beautiful the seats looked. The dark blue fabrics gave them an elegant and a sophisticated feel with a touch of Nordic design. While the new AirLounge seats doesn't have a door, like some of the latest business class products on the market, it still feels spacious and offers a good level of privacy. Finnair's new Airbus A350 Type 30J business class cabin consists of a total seats of 30 seats, spread across 7 rows in a 1-to-1 configuration. Finnair's new business class stands out because, unlike staggered seats layout, the seats are aligned consistently across each row. Solo passengers will probably prefer the window seats, as they offer a bit more privacy. If you're traveling on a companion, the center seats are ideal. And if you happen to be seated next to a stranger in the center section, there's a privacy shield you can raise for added privacy. Alright, let's check out the seat. Finnair's new business class seats come from Collins Aerospace, and it's called the AirLounge. One unique feature is that the seats don't actually recline, but more on that later. For now, let's take a look at some of the other features. In front of the seat, there's an 18-inch WIFI screen. Just below it, you find an angled footwell. And at the very bottom, a small storage compartment, perfect for keeping your shoes. On the back right side of the seat, there's a reading light and an enclosed storage compartment. Inside, you find the WiFi remote control, a pair of headphones, a headphone jack, and both USB-A and C ports. Along the side of the seat, there's a console with wireless charging, seat controls, and a tray table. While the wireless charging is a nice touch, I found it to be a bit slow and needed precise positioning. For me, it was easier to just use a cable instead. The seat controls include buttons for adjusting the tray table, seat lighting, reading light, leg rest, and a do not disturb button. The tray table extends from the side armrest and folds in half. I wish it were a bit larger, but it is sturdy and well designed. There's another hidden storage compartment near your knee area, deep enough to hold a water bottle, laptop, or other small items you want close at hand. The universal power outlet is located just below this compartment, but I found its placement a bit inconvenient. Once the seat is in bed mode, it becomes difficult to reach the outlet. The seat also doesn't have individual air nozzles in the overhead panels, which was a bit disappointing, since the cabin was quite warm, especially during sleep time. And this is why the seat is unique. Finnair's new business class seats don't recline in the traditional way. Instead, the seats are designed more like a couch or a lounge chair, letting you lean back comfortably, kind of like sitting on a sofa at home. Transforming the seat into a bed involves just two moving parts: a lever that extends the footrest area and pressing the leg rest button that raises a panel from beneath your legs, creating a smooth and flat sleeping surface. Even though the seat doesn't have doors like some of the newer business class products, its cocoon-like design offers a good level of privacy. I even tried a POV shot to give you an idea of just how private it feels. Upon boarding, I found a nice selection of amenities waiting at my seat. There was an amenity kit designed in collaboration with Finnish company Amenity, along with a pair of flimsy slippers. The bedding included 2 thick pillows, a mattress pad, and a soft blanket. During boarding, pre-departure drinks were offered, with a choice of champagne, sparkling water, or blueberry juice. I went for the champagne, which was served in a lovely glassware. If you like this video, please consider click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps the channel grow, so we can create even more videos. Thanks for your support. Dinner service began shortly after we reached cruising altitude, starting with the hot towel service. The food and drink menus were also available on the IFE screen, which was very convenient, especially for browsing the drink options. I wish more airlines could add this feature to their IFE system. Here's the menu from my flight. As with many Nordic airlines, don't expect the meal service to be the highlight of this flight. Being prepared for that will definitely make your trip more enjoyable. The starter and main course were served together on one tray, featuring 2 cold dishes and 1 warm dish. The first cold dish was duck pastrami with grain salad and cherry tomatoes. The duck was tender and rich with smoky flavors. My rating? 7 out of 10. The second cold dish was pickled vegetable maki rolls with sesame marinated spinach. It was just okay, but coming from Japan, I had some amazing sushi, and these veggie rolls couldn't quite compete. My rating? 4 out of 10. For the warm meal, I chose the sauté chicken. The chicken was tender, but a bit plain, but the potato gratin was creamy, though not very flavorful. It was edible, but nothing real special. My rating? 5 out of 10. Lastly, dessert was served, and I went with a chocolate cake topped with raspberry sauce. Unfortunately, the cake was pretty stale and dry. My rating? 4 out of 10. At the front of the cabin, there were 2 lavatories, exclusively for business class passengers. The size was pretty standard, just enough room to move around. And both of the lavatories has window, which was a nice touch. In bed mode, the seat transforms into a spacious 198 cm flat bed and is impressively wide, making one of the most spacious business class beds available. There's plenty of room to move around with no restriction at the shoulder or knees, perfect for side sleepers like me. The bed is on the firmer side, which I personally prefer, and it comes with a mattress pad for added comfort. The seats also have over-the-shoulder belts, but you only need to wear it during takeoff and landing. For sleeping, there's a separate strap that goes just across your waist. Honestly, this was one of the most comfortable seats I ever slept on. I managed to get a solid 7 hours of interrupted sleep on this flight, which almost never happens to me. I mean, just look at my hair here. That's the proof I slept well. The Amenity kit is designed exclusively for Finnair by the Finnish design house Amenity, though it is quite basic, containing just earplugs, eye shades, and a dental kit. The 18-inch IFE screen was very responsive and could be controlled by either touch or with the handheld IFE remote controller. One feature I really liked was the flight timeline on the home screen, which showed when the meal and rest periods were planned. I found it very convenient for keeping track. I mostly spent the flight sleeping, but when I browsed the movie and TV option, the selection looked pretty solid. The noise-cancelling headphones were from Fitech, the same brand Qatar Airways uses. The noise cancellation worked well, but the sound quality was just okay. Finnair's A350 comes equipped with Wi-Fi, which I found to be stable and fairly fast throughout the flight. Business class passengers get 1 hour free Wi-Fi by simply entering their last name and seat number. It's a nice perk, but in my opinion, Wi-Fi should be free for business class passengers, since many airlines are now adopting this trend. At the back of the business class cabin, there's a small snack bar with drinks and light bites. Perfect if you wanted a quick refreshment or something to snack. As we approached Helsinki, the cabin lights gradually came on, and the crew began breakfast service. About 2 hours before landing, breakfast was served. The egg was a bit bland, and the rest of the meal was just okay. My rating, 4 out of 10. This was my second time flying Finnair's new business class, but my first time experiencing on a A350 and on a long-haul flight. Overall, the experience was quite good. Even on a long-haul flight, the unique AirLounge seats held up. Since this was a night flight, I prioritized sleep over the dining experience, so the hard product mattered more to me, and in that regard, Finnair did a great job. The AirLounge seat is easily one of the most spacious business class seats out there. I had no trouble getting comfortable, and the fact that I managed to sleep a solid 7 hours straight says a lot. The soft product was a bit let down, while the drinks menu was decent. The food and amenity kit felt underwhelming. Since I'm used to Scandinavian and Nordic airline standard, I honestly didn't expect much from the soft products on this flight to begin with. That said, since this was a night flight, I didn't care much about the food experience, even though I usually consider it's a highlight when I'm flying business class. My main goal was to get some proper rest, and Finnair's new business class really delivered that. The service on board was consistently solid, with friendly and attentive crew, and I found the Japanese flight attendant a bit more warm and welcoming. If you're looking for a premium business class experience, airlines like Qatar or Kansai might be a better choice. However, if your priority is a comfortable bed and quality sleep, Finnair's new business class is a solid choice. Overall, the flight experience was quite good, and if I fly a long-haul flight with Finnair again, I definitely opt for a night flight to make the most of it. We hope you enjoy watching our video and sharing our flight with Finnair's new business class on their A350. Consider to like or subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to bringing more amazing content in the future. Until then, take care and see you next time.